Hello, and welcome again to another episode of the Manager series. I'm Zero, and let's just go straight into our episodes. So, for today, we are going to do day 22. We unlocked a couple of. We got a couple of stuff for the Central Command team. This one's a Valve. This is 20, so this was most likely another Valve. And for today, we're going to try and finish this one. Proving incompetence, we're actually not going to try finishing it because we are almost sure that we're going to finish it as we go along. But in the meantime, I am going to continue farming my stuff. Our current plan for today is this. Yeah. Magical girl buff would go to London. New tools, Orga. The new abnormality is going to be Chloe. And I'm just going to follow this plan that I did for the day. This is similar to the plan we had since day 20. We just shuffled people around and we added the magical girl and the bloodbath. Okay, so yeah. One other thing, I think we can do the Dusk Ordeal, but for the sake of the lore run, I am going to try skipping the Dusk Ordeal for this cycle. At least I'm not going to force the Dusk Ordeal. If I'm going to encounter the Dusk Ordeal, I'm just going to try dealing with it. But I am not going to look forward to doing that. For the love points, I am going to be using them. Yeah, I can start using them now, but we'll just have to see how it plays out because we have two stat checkers. The Warm-Hearted Woodsman and the Singing Machine. If I play my cards right, I don't need to use that much love points. But for the other, once this opens, I am going to hire really good agents and not waste my time trying to farm them. Right, so Devona doesn't have a weapon. I can just give her something. I can give her a magic bullet. It's kind of silly. Sure, I can just give her. No, we don't have any blacks there, so just give her that. As for London, I think I can give. No, I already gave Chloe the gaze. Maybe I could have given him something else. London can use regret because of the past justice. And besides, London's going to be taking the buff. And without further ado, let's go on. Now, yeah, we looked at this. It seems to be an invisible thing, and this is going to be a sort of silo. Right, first things first, I am going to put Galena close by to the old lady. And while we are walking, I can send London over to get the buff. And I can move these guys one floor down. Okay. I think it's better if I just try using this guy. Orga. Oh, Orga is not using that. Random number. For the invisible thing. Or let's try repression. Send Chloe over there. I'm really not sure whether that makes sense, but I'll just send Colleen over. Because if we die here, we're going to go do a reset anyway. Okay, weak against white. I'm going to send some people with white over here. Victor. Yeah, 2 of them. This guy's gonna panic. Okay. Any subject who enters shelter from the 27th of March will be immune to all forms of damage. However, this does not apply to damage caused by 0991. Furthermore, the subject's HP and SP will slowly recover starting the moment they entered shelter from the 27th of March. It's a bomb shelter that completely protects its interior from all hazardous influences of the outside world, including lights. Chloe is insane. I can just send people who can with that. There's heavy. Okay, fragment of the universe escaped. So I'm guessing it has something to do with this, but let's just let it breach. We are going to retry the day anyway. Okay, 0388 has breached. Raika is also mentally corrupted. So I'm guessing it has something to do with this, but Hunter is also... Everyone's going nuts. Frank is also... Okay, Scorched Girl is breaching. Seems that this is causing some things to breach, and this requires white armor. So let's just retry the day and do things properly. Right, Chloe needs some better armor. Ego suit, hay glass. Case. Can get case. Christopher, what is Christopher supposed to do? Christopher's just going to do the spider, but so doesn't really need that much. So I can give him spider, but is red. Can give regret to Christopher. Right. Let's just go do that. And yeah, I'll try doing it in 10-second increments. Then sure, nothing special. Again, I'm just going to move Galena so I can use her. Go there. 2. Orga is going to use that. What did I use again? Repression for Chloe. And this one I'm going to use London. I can move Maki down here because farming. Many employees are dying under the cognition of 0388. 1, 2. Longer Chloe stays, the worse the situation becomes. 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so that was 10 seconds, I guess. Okay, that was 12 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that was 5. Burger soul was bad. It was counter lowered. It was good, so I guess we're safe. Attachment Galena. Then we are just going to continue what we are doing. Hopefully we don't cause a restart. But who knows? Insight. Hunter. Schadenfreude would be Adam. Spider Bud would be Christopher. Old lady, Schadenfreude, the Freischütz. The Freischütz would be Victor. Dakota will go for Fragments of the Universe. That's that. Scorched Girl, 1, 2, 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. Match Girl, Girl Velasquez will just have to run down there. Right, Velasquez, run down there. Maki is already running down there. Orga, let's just use that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 30 seconds. We unlock the name. It's Shelter from 27th of March. It's a Hay class. Okay, we got an all-around helper and we got a singing machine. Finally, who is going to be doing the singing machine? Quinn is going to do the singing machine. Fortunately, Quinn is working on the Scorched Girl. No, not unfortunately. Quinn is already finished with the Scorched Girl. Now, all-around helper, who is available right now, has a decent armor and a decent health. Velasquez. Could also send Chloe. Or just send Velasquez just to be safe. Still working on the old lady. As long as the old lady is being worked upon, I can do this over and over. That's the only problem with this. 5, 6, 7, 8. Is when the old lady is not being worked on, it's going to reduce it. It's en route. Victor's just unlucky. Huh. Victor's unlucky? Why? Repression. Victor's already 3, right? No, just this one. I might just send him over to Schadenfreude to farm. That's at least it's a lot easier to deal with. Wait. Oh, I thought someone died and it was just London. London could not do anything right now. But Galena can. For a bad result, is it automatically? No, we sent someone with a justice lower than 3, so that was lower. Good thing it didn't lower 2 times. Oh, no, it lowered 2 times. Huh. Alright, let's just continue the repression work with Chloe. And continue doing this with Orga. And our magical girl is the Knight of Despair. When justice turns its back once more, several dozen blades will rove without a purpose. In shame of failing to defend once again and in rage against the world, the swords will eventually point at those she could not protect. And just one more. Alrighty then. Well, cheers. I am going to send Hunter again. This would be Fragment of the Universe. This would be Dakota again. Spiderbud. I'd rather not do that right now. I would love to send someone else over. This one's Mackie. Mackie, yes. Might just send Victor over to Schadenfreude. And that's... How many seconds do we have? Okay, we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still working on it. If a subject enters shelter from the 27th of March while being pursued by a hostile entity, the subject will become undetectable to the pursuer. The shelter still remains the memory of that day. Just move that there. Just wait for the old lady to finish. Or we can do anything. Bloodbath, we already finished it. Okay. Yeah, I can't imagine. Okay, got straight through. He always popped open a bottle of wine every time he succeeded. It became one of our customs. She told us that it only takes one slight misstep to fall into a different habit if we get too used to success. Thus, we should always smile, rejoice, and celebrate every little thing in the wake of success. And we should never neglect failure, as success can be born from a pile of failures. When I saw the lattice work of scars on her wrist, I was reminded of our wine cabinet. It had used up so many of the bottles there was only one left. That day I popped the cork off the last one. Okay, I don't really need to pop that one off. When the work took more than 40 seconds to complete, the Clipos counter lowered. For Chloe, how long does it take? We don't know. Fortunately, we don't know. Right, singing machine. We already sent Quinn for the singing machine, so we should now send Quinn over and over to the singing machine and farm that thing. But first, we need to heal Galena up. One more. And with that, I can now send Quinn over and over. As for this one, rather wait. Wait for the meltdown. Once we have someone there, I'll try to at least get 2 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Okay, 134. Okay, we don't want to do that. And you have to wait for Galena to get back there. But we got the singing machine though. Can now farm the singing machine. Well, at least Quinn can. One alternative is I'm just going to ignore the old lady. That's also a possibility. And heal one more time. Then Quinn. Lady inside. I'm going to try for 2 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 2 times speed. So just one more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if any subject remains inside shelter from the 27th of March for more than 30 seconds, the Cliffhouse counter of a randomly chosen abnormality currently contained in the facility will fall to 0. Such a phenomenon will repeatedly occur to all containment units until the subject exits shelter from the 27th of March. Company P wished to construct the safest place on Earth. As such, the interior of this shelter houses a large number of non-perishable goods, which would allow anyone who stayed inside to survive for an extremely long period of time. And yeah, looks like that's what was happening. Once you get 30 seconds, it's going to do something. Now, I think I'll just ditch that. I am going to send a couple of people up to the 2nd floor. Velasquez. I think Velasquez is enough. Then we can just have one more for the old lady. Or I can send the singing machine there. Old lady. After this, I'm just going to ignore the old lady. Let it go down to 0. Then I am going to farm everyone else instead. I can send one more of that. Then I can send that. I hope no one's going to taking a ton of damage apart from Orga. I don't think I need to wrap that up, but I can. Certainly can. And it's Violet Noon. When Hunter's going to do the weld shears. I think that makes sense. I can just ignore this. I need something stronger. Let's just get someone who has pretty high. Oh, Velasquez is going to do this. This one is going to be Chloe again. Many people die under the cognition of 0388. The facility and its employees will be unable to detect abnormality in any fashion when it escapes, therefore the manager must manually locate it and directly order its suppression. Repression seems to be working fine, so we're just going to look at the others. It was a strange phenomenon. It was a phenomenon in and of itself. There's nothing within the unit that could be detected with the naked eye. Just like those who had made similar claims some time ago, just because something cannot be seen does not mean it doesn't exist. Containment unit's square length was meters, and this is the cognitive range of the abnormality. The only advice that can be given is to remain cautious and aware of your surroundings. Breathing will become impossible while within range of the abnormality. The area will become a vacuum. Strictly speaking, the abnormality itself is the vacuum phenomenon. It's an invisible abnormality. Okay, we made a mistake there. And okay. The knight who wanted to redeem herself by saving others was now dishonorably called Knight of Despair, forgotten from the people's memory, just like others. Okay. This is a level 4. This is going to deal a ton of damage to people who are just low level. Not even sure if Victor can handle it. I might just have to reset. Okay, I'll try to deal with Velasquez, but I can't guarantee. Hunter's kind of weak. Vera and Frank are kind of weak too. So, whoa, Mackie is there. Mackie might be able to stop him. Oh, this is gonna be bad. That could have been bad. So we're not going to touch this anymore. So what we are going to do is just go farm really easy to farm things. Like their fry shots. Their fry shots is easy. This one's easy when you are Quinn. Quinn is still 55 plus 6. That's 61. But that is still within the range. Christopher can do this. But doesn't have the... Oh, well, he's got the black defense though. Dakota, I will not send Dakota over there. But it's high. Velasquez can do this. But it's kind of a waste. Alright, let's just send Christopher. Pretty sure Christopher can do that. And this one, I'm just going to send Velasquez over. We'll just let the old lady fail. Now for Violet Noon. I mean, if we're lucky, we are not going to deal with the Violet Noon. This is 48. Let's just heal up. No, we're gonna have to deal with Violet Noon. I mean, it's not that hard. No, we're gonna deal with Violet Noon. Well, rip. Okay, Violet Noon. How do you deal with Violet Noon? Simple, you run to the next door. Right, who's going to do the honors? Someone who's weak. Yep, let's just send Tom. Okay, got Violet. So this is where it's going to fall, this is going to fall here, and fall is going to go there. Grant us love. But let's see if people are... Now, Devona is taking a bit of damage. And that's done. That's also done. For these guys. Okay, 038 is on the loose. I need to just find it. But I can end this day as long as no one runs into... Has it teleported yet? It's on the loose, but I can't see it. Well, that's what it's supposed to do anyway. Okay, we got one panic. We don't have any dead. And we got 2 promotions. Hunter. Quinn hopefully is now level 5? No, just level 4. Kinda missed it a bit. So that would be plus 25. I think just 2 more runs, so that should have done the job. Let's just... It's just 19. Failed it. So it's based on your success. If you succeed, you get more. That's how Quinn was able to get 26 out of that. Right. Let's just go before the beat drops. Ooh. Gonna get 3. D110. However, if enough Sarira are found from you that everyone looks on in awe, your name will be sung for generations. Ease yourself, do you not have need of the blessing? And many shells cried out one word, manager. We're gonna go for 3. And many shells cried out one word, manager. And one more. 1. From Break and Ruin, the most beautiful performance begins. Again, the Sarira guy. One day you'll understand the meaning of desperation in faces when the roulette spins. And we got 1. T0131. From Break and Ruin, the most beautiful performance begins. Mankind had yearned to build a fertile world for a long time. But what did fertile really mean to them? Is it worthy of all the tales of conflict and pain that took place? Numerous stories began and vanished. And in that process, people started to lose faith. Looking at them, some saw despair, while others saw hope. At a certain moment, a new civilization was born. Countless things changed in the blink of an eye. Along with the emergence of new technologies, all of the wings that keep this world aloft hold at least one singularity. That's right. Just as the first humans wanted, those technologies had the intention to create a fertile world. People wanted a better world. and that aim for a better world set forth new spectacles to shimmer. A previously unimaginable sight burst forth to the unprepared mind. Whether or not all that made everyone's life truly fertile is a question we simply won't know the answer to. One thing is certain, this is what enabled me to speak with you now. It seems that employees have become more talkative these days. They seem more motivated than usual. It's rare to see such a lively atmosphere. It's even getting me excited. Lively isn't really the right word. It's more like excited over a trivial thing. All because of a new manager. That's nothing special to us. Be more understanding, Tiferet. This is Lobotomy Corporation. News is rare other than the usual word of someone's death. The employees need something to talk about. Well, if it makes them more efficient at work for even a short time, then yes, I'll be understanding. What I can't get is why they're so noisy about it all. Weren't you excited the first time a new manager came in as well? Well, yes, because it was the very first time. It's still worth the excitement, even if it's not the first time to happen. Do you remember? Back then, when we made a bet over whether the manager could save an employee who was at 95% mental corruption? Of course I remember. I bet that he couldn't, and you placed your bet on them being saved. Yeah, though the employee died, unfortunately. I was so happy with my victory. I insisted on keeping up on our bets, even though the result always ended up the same. Right, but then you stopped making the bets at one point. Well, because you always lost. Winning wasn't fun anymore. I never bet without thinking it through though. I always placed my hope in him, thinking, maybe this time. It's a shame that you never got to win at once. Well, maybe if we had infinite time, I guess a day would come when my hopes could come true. What do you think, manager? I can hedge on it happening. I agree with you, manager. Perhaps the bet could have turned out differently if we'd met sooner. 2. Proving your competence. To prevent meltdowns from taking place, you must reduce the total amount of work by giving your orders in the most efficient way possible. If not, our facility will be flooded with abnormalities and ordeals. Goal: pass the day with a Cliffos meltdown level of 7 or lower. Again, very easy right now. So, are you going to expand the Central Command Department today? Confirm. Hey, Physical Invention Shield, Trauma Shield, or Erosion Shield. Red Damage type. All of them are kinda good. But for our sake, say in case we deal with greens, we're going to take more red damage. White is also good since we have escaping abnormalities that have white. Let's go with red. Okay, so this is 30. This is also 30. So we got 2 LFs. An abnormality whose appearance resembles a human, but cannot and should not be human. It periodically devours employees and wears their shell. Skeleton and organs are misplaced during the process, so it takes a bizarre form. We are going to commit a lot of suicide today. This one doesn't have any description. A Night of Despair, sure. Velasquez was a bad choice, mainly because of the suit and the low prudence. This one, insight is decent. I can use this to farm insight because it's just common. And as long as it isn't bad, it seems to be fine. So repression seems to be one of the better ones. Either that or it's just because Chloe has decent temperance. Okay, Still haven't gotten this. Or... well, we have it, but it's still weak against white. Really no sense in doing that. Same thing here. We need something for prudence. We can't just keep farming these guys over and over. On the other hand, Quinn is no longer... oh, Quinn is 81. Yeah. Quinn is no longer doing the singing machine. So we need Galena to work on prudence. So Quinn, I can get Quinn to have something. Damage dealt to them was halved, but they can't do anything. That's kind of a waste to London. I can give... hey, I can let Quinn do that. Quinn's not doing anything though. So I can let Quinn do this. Galena's still Temperance 4. I need someone with Temperance 5. And I can try to send London over and try these guys. So what? So I'll just hire some new. Ara, Evgeny, Eliza, sure. Justice 3. I need Temperance 19 and increase that. And we got a lot of lob points. Don't need to Morty. Well, we've got Bloodbath there. I can just do this. Let's just hire 2 people. Give them some decent egos. We need that. Need a short-range weapon and a long-range weapon. Just send Argo over there. Argo, give Argo a gun. Morty. We don't have anything right now. Got fragments of somewhere. The ego suits. Get the force match flame. No, this is gonna be logging and force match flame. I think that's enough. And this is going to be a sacrificial thing. Velasquez, I'm just going to trade Velasquez armor with Quince. So Velasquez can work on so yeah, can work on that, and Quinn can get something that just not quite bad, but eh. So Velasquez can work on that. Ooh, this doesn't look human. Now this is another. Looks like we got 2 LFs. So let's see. Let's commit suicide multiple times. Let's make Landon do that. And let's randomize it. I think this one's the first. Yeah, I think that's the first. Three, attachment work. It's a long walk, but at least he's got Justice 5. And while that's being done, I can just send Chloe over to do this again. Just so I can unlock it. I don't expect to survive here. This may be an episode that's going to be lots of fast forwards. 620's appearance is just like a human being, however, employees with sharp eyes will notice a sense of incompatibility. He dries the seas while staring at London. On action. Entire body shivers in fear. So it's something. She was London's senior. They had never spoken words to each other, but they may have been good co-workers. Okay. The lower the working employee's fortitude, the lower the success rate, and the less stable the work was. Justice was lower than 4, the Glyphos counter decreased. Mao was in containment unit, was killed by 0620. Suddenly 0620 changed into Mao. Same instance occurred when another employee panicked. I think thankfully London is good with it. Somehow? Okay, it's common. I don't think I need to go with the repression. I can go with insight and farm people inside here. Record of the death of employee Chomsky. There's no way to confirm if the abnormality had left its containment unit or not. All of a sudden, Chomsky had stopped in the middle of the corridor and just stood there. The hallway was busy at the time with many a person passing by, and of course many of these people expressed their discontent for having part of the hallway blocked. Then, all of a sudden, Chomsky's body suddenly rose over 3 meters into the air. His arms and legs were awkwardly stretched out, just as if he were being crucified. If his legs had still been on the ground, he might have looked as if he were performing in an elegant play or doing ballet. Everyone in the hallway stopped to look at him. Then Chomsky started to scream. He screamed like a madman who had witnessed something horrifying. Nobody knew what to do. Some of our employees attempted to pull Chomsky down by the legs. He didn't budge. After that, Chomsky stopped screaming. A short silence followed, and Chomsky opened his mouth, attempting to mutter something. The two employees who were trying to pull Chomsky down started to scream. Blood poured down from his body, his arms and legs separated, leaving a limbless body floating in the air. All hell broke loose in the hallway, and everybody began running. So we can try this again next one, but I need to do this win first. And let's just assume that we are going to survive. Adam also needs to continue. No, we now have this. I can send Adam over. Who needs this? Dakota can work on it. It's high. And it's got a bit of black defense. Singing machine can't do that. Schadenfreude can get someone with 5 like Christopher to do that, just to farm some stuff. This one I can just farm again. Someone can't use. I can use Elena just once. No, Elena's 1 temperance. She shouldn't do that. I can send Elena over here. Let's just wrap up this meltdown so we can continue. Let's ignore the old lady. 'Christopher got a full. Not full, but still 16. Can't complain. Uh, 16, not bad. Also, one of those can't complain moments. Quinn is now buffed. I can send Mackie there. Or someone in the central command. Morty. It's now -8, so we're just going to have to wait for the next meltdown to happen. Worst case scenario, we're going to get both of these in a meltdown. I don't want that to happen. Dakota was the last one. Schadenfreude is not finished yet. Not finished. Not yet. It's finished. Then I can send Morty again. Or not. That might not be a good idea. I can send Morty over there. Send Elena again. It's gonna be instant reset if both of this happens. Thankfully, that's not an instant reset. Kalina's going to be doing that thing. Quota. London's still not maxed out anyway. This one's going to be Velasquez. And this one is going to be Adam. And do I want to take the risk and do something else? Or I can just do attachment work and hopefully we are still correct. I think I'll just do attachment work. I don't want to risk it again. Wait. Where's London going to? Uh-huh. Let's let London do it again. Even though 0620 makes not a single threatening action towards London, their entire body shivers in fear. Shivers. They find to be somewhat familiar in an odd way. Alright, when the work result is bad, attacked and turned into 620 shell. Why is a fortitude level 3 or lower immediately panicked when entering? It is recommended that employees lower than fortitude level 4 never sent to work with 0620. Ray, who witnessed 620's human's appearance, fell into panic. They became 620's new shell. At the same time, Clifford's counter lowered. And finally, when Clifford's counter reached 0, 0620, taking the appearance of dead Cooper, disappeared from its containment unit. The manager must quickly find and kill 620's disguised appearance. The abnormality does have a tongue, however. It has no knowledge of speech and as such cannot talk. It can only make meaningless sounds. There's no telling what is inside its shell, but its skin continuously wears down. So there's the need to change and maintain the outer layer. But its skin continuously wears down, so there is a need. Oh well. What? It is insensible to pain. It may break down its own bones or cut itself up to escape through a small crevasse. There's a double. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. I mean, London can handle it, and it doesn't seem to be breaching with the two normals. So we're kind of safe. I'd love to get another one of these. So who was the one who last worked on the Night of Despair? Velasquez. Let's just continue what we were doing. Their fry shots, that's gonna be again another one for Dakota. I'll max out Dakota's justice with that. Christopher doesn't really need to do this, but it's gonna give us a lot of PEs. And it's dimensional refraction variant. How to recognize this abnormality is a matter that needs to be discussed further. Currently, we are researching ultraviolet technology that may be able to detect the abnormality using the eyes of a shrimp, but the performance so far has been far from satisfactory. For now, a good method is to have the employees entering its containment unit bring a glass cup filled only halfway with water. They will need to place this cup on the floor while working. If the cup begins to slosh, threatening to spill over, the employee must stop working and leave the unit immediately. Doesn't have an ego suit, but has this +6 thing. Schadenfreude. We are just going to be farming efficiently. This would be Adam again. For normal, wait. Adam can finish it in 36. So not an issue. Bloodbath. I can now get this. Oh, it's white. Not quite the white we wanted, but eh. Not like we have a choice. %. Then Dawn will give us another 25. One more. It is -8. Okay. White hammer. It's short range though. And that's that. Personally, I think it is great for farming. Doesn't seem to have any major downsides. Knight of Despair would be great for farming or wrapping up attachment work. Also doesn't have that much downsides. Ooh, Dakota needs to heal. One more. Cycle. This would be Christopher. Just need to make that, to wrap that one up. That's Morty. I could also use London to go to Schadenfreude. Right, I'm going to have to move them one step down. London, I'm going to make you move there. -4. Sure, let's just go with the -4. Doesn't escape anyway. The only way to escape is if the buffed agent dies. And we got an ego suit. A Vab, finally a Vab ego suit. This one's a Hay ego suit. Alright. Who should we farm here? Vera. Frank. Sure, let's get Frank over there. And I think we can finish this without incident. Safety team. I think our guys can tank major attack. $377. London. I'm gonna have to ask you to finish that up. Adam, insight. Yep. Unless you get a string of really bad RNG, this is pretty much done. Attachment work with 0620. Nothing there. So the name of the abnormality is nothing there. It's different from ordinary abnormalities. The biggest difference between them is that it's never once shown its true nature. Seems to be a rib with nothing there, makes a crunching sound. Sipping on unknown secretions of nothing there. And we are good. Main attachment seems to be fine. No need to take extra risk. 50. More work for Adam. And this should give Velasquez a max attachment. But also give this to Dakota. Unless we really suck with RNG. It's unlikely at this point. This. Oh, Dakota's fine. And we're fine. Just need one more. Who are we going to need to farm? Hunter is already decent. Elena. One more attachment work. And I can give this to Maki. Or Morty. Or not. Victor. Fancy, Victor. 49, 59. Let's just give it to Raika. Not enough? Yep, not enough. Just have to wait for the next day to do that. And yeah, that's it for this episode. Prudence 5, great for Adam. Next would be Galena. I'm going to have to set up Galena for that. London is already max temperance. As for Velasquez is also near max, just 92. From 56 to 92. And I think this is the final for the Central Command. Three. So 187. City still remained a beautiful place where emerald roads sparkled bright as ever. Let us meet again as stars. Life is only granted to those who hold no fear of death. And our final tool. Another tree. TO 980, the tree simply reaped from what it sowed. When the time comes, the train will chug down the tracks and the sound will its mighty horn. This bracelet shall not forgive those who hold greed in their hearts. Thus it must only be worn by those in true need. Did you know there's a cactus on your chaotic mess of a desk? It seems that an employee who wanted to become intimate with you put it there. If I were to give my personal input, I don't like cacti much. There could be various reasons for one to grow a plant. However, its vicious thorns are not something worth enduring like those of a rose, as it is not pleasing to the sight, nor does it produce valuable sap like a maple tree. I've also never seen one grow a flower bud. Theoretically, it would bloom in the right environment. That possibility is something I've never witnessed, as it may be that all cacti I've known spread their roots into barren soil. Do you believe the cactus will bear a flower? Yes, it might. You talk as if you've seen it for yourself. Well, if you're certain about it, then keep it. This place doesn't even have sunlight, but who am I to stop you? If you're looking for Tiferet, she's at the middle layer meeting. I'm bad at holding conversations. I kinda miss the managers who are more talkative at times like this. Hey, there is something I wanted to ask. Have you noticed that someone's memory and emotion bleeds and seeps out of us? As you've seen, we act angry, feel happy, want things, and look sad. Even though we're machines, we even have our own weaknesses. Why is that? What's inside of us? If something is really inside us, then why? Why make something imperfect, planting weakness? I tried to find the answer, but I really couldn't get it. I'm sure you have that answer, locked away somewhere in your memory. Maybe there's a reason why there has to be imperfection. We're machines, yet not machines. Not machines. Hey, are you two having fun without me? Tiferet. It's troublesome to have a conversation that's this fun. It appears it is time for another replacement. The cycle is getting shorter and shorter. But it can be rebuilt anytime we need, right? Well, it's still an asset to the corporation, so I would prefer not to have it go to waste. Tiferet, perhaps we should explain it to the manager first. Why? I've told you, Tiferet, the human mind is a fragile thing. It's not capable enough to perceive the existence of beings like us in our wholeness. I mean, it's not that gross. It's nothing compared to, like, decapitating an employee or slicing open their torso with their guts spilling out. Humans are susceptible to the unknown. The scene doesn't always have to be graphic to break the mind. There's so much to be mindful of. Why can't they just replace managers with machines? You could simply replace them whenever they try to do something stupid, like how we replaced Tiferet. Tiferet. There are things only humans are able to take care of. The founder of Lobotomy Corporation must have a reason for assigning a human manager. Well then, off we go to storage. That's one of the few locations where cognition filters weakened. I know that place. Tiferet, what are you talking about? It's where we always go during work. I don't mean that. I remember what happened there last time. You do? That's great. Thank you for helping me, like you always do. Next mission, proving your competence. If you take a look at the Sephira manual, the most capable managers have set records of tremendous efficiency and skill. Do you think you have what it takes to match them and beat it? Goal: pass a day with a Clephos meltdown level of 6 or lower. So are you going to expand the Central Command Department today? I guess, I can use Erosion Shields. In case we deal with another one that deals back damage. But for the sake of it, I'll just use the Trauma Shield. White Shield bullets, a managerial bullet that attaches a force field which absorbs white type damage. The bullet temporarily slows down the perception of the receiver, protecting them from exterior mental and spiritual attacks. Hey, it's 12, so it's likely a Tet. An armor that seems to have been used hundreds of years ago. An engraving on its bottom states, "Life is only granted to those who hold no fear of death." Obviously, putting this armor on is forbidden by the employee regulations. Though there have been rumors of employees pretending to put the armor on for fun. Please look into this immediately. It's a suit of armor. And this one's yet another channeled on. We haven't finished this yet, but I don't think we need to rush. Anyway, that's it for this episode. This one is a bit longer than usual because things are getting more and more complicated. I might consider just doing one episode per day, but spend a bit more time in the planning parts. I might just do that in the next episode. So, yeah. Before we do it, let's just go inside, take a look. Yeah, it's a suit of armor. And yeah, it's also a bracelet, just like the instruction said. So let's go back to the deployment screen, and that's it for this episode. See you in the next episode. I stream randomly on Twitch and YouTube. You can see the YouTube episodes, and I'm constantly updating the videos to have links to the wiki once I get around to do the individual wiki pages for each episode. Thanks for watching, and hope you have a great day.